What in the fuck happened last night? What happened? The Edmonton Oilers won 8-3 against the Nashville Predators. What a game. At first, I thought it was going to be an intense back and forth game between both teams. It was a tied game going into the second or third period, and the Edmonton Oilers were kind of giving up the puck a couple times, and they weren't doing so great. Then, all of a sudden, Leon Draisaitl went on another level and scored like 3 goals in a row. Like, he was just a mad dog in the third period. Absolutely insane. But everybody, welcome to OGR Game 66 as the Edmonton Oilers walked into Nashville and fucking embarrassed them. Which, good riddance, because the Nashville Predator fans were kind of annoying all fucking night long. They were chanting at Smith, I think, and just making fun of us when it was a tie game and stuff like that. And then just the third period, we scored 5 goals in a row. It was a non-stop pressuring on them, and we were relentless. We embarrassed this fucking team, and I mean, it was just devastating. I mean, this game totally could have been 8-1 if we really did not make a lot of the fuck-ups that we did in the second period, and we didn't let in the goals that we did. I think we would have totally won this game without a doubt easily, a piece of cake. It really does put us in a good standing in the standings today, though, which I'm really happy about, as we have 78 points, and I mean, a game back to the Vancouver Canucks. The Vancouver Canucks, they have 65 games played compared to us 66. Calgary and Vegas, they have 67 games played. So, I mean, if we win our next game here against Dallas tonight, I mean, we are jumping right into first place, or tied up in first place with the Vegas Golden Knights. So that gives us a huge opportunity to jump into first place of that division. And I think that is a perfect spot for us to be. Right, you're going to probably be facing the Vancouver Canucks, I mean, unless Nashville jumps up. And Nashville has been a good opponent for us all year this year. They have not been able to figure out Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl and how to stop them. Leon Draisaitl has just been ripping them apart. Like, he legit has been taking a look at Nashville and just, like, saying, you know what, I'm going to fucking wreck your guys' asshole. And that's what he does, man. This guy, he's a demolition derby. He's scary what Leon Draisaitl was able to do last night. And what this team was able to do last night, they were performing really well last night, and I was impressed by the way that this team played. It was really a fantastic night. And I mean, the schedule that we got coming up, Dallas, Chicago, Columbus, that was a big game against the Nashville Predators, right? That was a big win that we needed, and hopefully we can continue that going into this week. But let's talk about the game. So it was 35-30 for shots for the Edmonton Oilers, and it was a demolition derby in the third period, but we mainly dominated in all shots of the category. I mean, first period we dominated, second period was even, third period we did pretty well as well. So it was back and forth game between the Edmonton Oilers and Nashville Predators, but we definitely got the W on the shooting category, on the shots. Face-off draw was 44-46 for the Nashville Predators. They did pretty well on that face-off draw. As you know, they have some good face-off people. Nick Bonino, Kyle Turris, Matt Duchene, Johansson. They got some good face-off people, so they were definitely a better face-off team than we were. Power play, our only power play that we had, we got a goal. Leon Draisaitl was at the end of the game, and I think they were just pissed off. Honestly, I think I would do the exact same thing, taking cheap penalties and stuff like that. But big goal in the power play, and then we killed off both of the lone power play chances the Nashville Predators had, and they were in big time. I mean, those 2 penalties were in the first period. Ennis and Ethan Bear there, they took 2 big costly penalties, and I mean, it was great to see that we were able to kill those 2 penalties off, because if we let in a goal, I mean, fuck, that was going to ruin our chances, and I think kill the momentum that we had in the first period when we had those 2 goals. It was definitely going to kill every bit of momentum we had, and that was obvious. So let's talk about the game. Josh Archibald got the first goal of the game, 6:23 into the game. It was a nice upfront goal. He was in front of the net. Took a pass from Tyler Ennis. It was just a nice play, nice work in play from the boys. And McDavid got it to Ennis, and Ennis just made a really nice pass to Josh Archibald. And I've been liking Tyler Ennis. Tyler Ennis has been really impressed me, especially that first line. They were really all over the place. The problem I noticed is that they don't got a big body, and Josh Archibald was definitely pushed around, same with Ennis, and I feel like Zach Kassian needs to be up on that first line. I feel like Zach Kassian's just that guy that brings that energy that you need to that type of first line. I love Archibald. Archibald brings that same type of energy, but not as much as Zach Kassian. Like, Zach Kassian was actually out there tonight. He actually did some stuff. He actually got a goal tonight since getting off his suspension. So I was liking the way that Cassian was playing. Leon Draisaitl, he got his 40th of the year in the first period, right at the ending of the first period. That was also a nice goal set up by Bear and McDavid. And then going to the second period, Roman Josi and Kel Yankeruk, just like 15 seconds apart, and they got 2 goals. Josi with his 16th and Yankeruk with his 14th of the season. It was 2 in a row goals. It was not fun to see that happen. I really did not want to. It was a tie-up game, and that's where the worriness hits, because if we lose this game, Calgary is only a point back of us, right? And that gives them a perfect chance to jump us in the standings and go right into that second of the division. So I gotta say, I was pretty worried about tonight's game. This was a must-win in my mind, and we definitely backed it up. And then Kailer Yamamoto, a big goal from him. That line wasn't as dominant as I thought it would be. I mean, Yamamoto back in the lineup, kind of getting back to the rhythm of things. He was out there 2 points tonight. He was out there, but I don't think he was as dividend as usual. I'm hoping he gets back into that good play against Dallas tonight. Then Nick Bonino was just a bad turnover there by the Nurse and Bear pair there. They were struggling. And also I think that was the Anthony Siu goal where he had a turnover, which was a really bad play, which we will talk about him later on. Just have to close my window there. It's super fucking windy out today. It's starting to turn into like spring, summer sort of deal. So it's starting to get pretty nice outside. So it's nice. It's awesome to see. Then going into the third period was where the demolition crew just worked in. McDavid got his 32nd and Draisaitl got his 31st, 42nd, and 43rd. And Zach Kassian also got his 15th goal of the year. In just the span, I think, under 4 minutes, we got all those goals. From 4:42 to 9:55 in the third period, we got all those goals. That is just I mean, Pekka Rinne, I used to love Pekka Rinne, but man, has he ever gotten worse over the years? This year, I think, has been his worst year overall as a goaltender, and he's having a rough year this year, and that's evident by the way that Draisaitl came in, ripped him in, and people calling this guy not an MVP. This guy is the literal definition of an MVP. He does have decently defensively. I know he's not the best compared to other players, but this guy is doing a lot for the Edmonton Oilers, and he's really helping our chances get into the playoffs. And I know MVP has different definitions to different people, but it's a player that brings a team together, even if it's shit around at the bottom. And I mean, he's doing that. He's carrying us to the playoffs right now, and he's doing a fantastic job. Mike Smith, he's doing pretty good, 27 saves and 900 save percentage. A lot of the mistakes were our defense. And that's without a doubt. It was a lot of our defense. Nurse and Bear, they kind of struggled. I mean, Nurse had a 3-point night. He definitely rebounded. He wasn't too bad. Nurse and Bear weren't the worst. But I have been noticing they've been struggling a bit more over the days. But, I mean, these guys are getting pressured on so much because they're having the top line minutes. And people really don't recognize that these guys are playing top line minutes. They're playing top shutdown minutes. They're not used to that, right? You have that other pair with Oscar Kleppbaum and Adam Larsson who would take most of those shutdown minutes, but now it's been given to Nurse and Bear. Jones and Larsson, they've been really impressing me too. I've been loving Jones. Jones has been a really exciting player to watch and see, and him do his stuff. He's been fantastic, and I think seeing him every day, it's been impressive, and I've been loving his way of play every single day. And otherwise, McDavid had a 5-point night, like Leon Draisaitl, which brings him up to 107, and even brings him in closer to possibly passing over, what's his face? Not passing over. What the fuck am I? Sorry for zoning out there. I was trying to look up the overall stats of the Edmonton Oilers there, the history, because Nuge, he broke some records as he passed Esa Tikkanen on the Edmonton Oilers overall roster, overall history of their stats. So that's nice to see. And also, Nuge is going to be hitting 600 games as an Oiler tonight as well. So that's a big night for Nuge. But anyways, back on Leon Draisaitl, as he's got 43 goals, which, I mean, he was nowhere near the goal scoring race, but he's not even that far away from David Pastrnak. Only 4 goals away from Pastrnak, and he could possibly win the Maurice Richard. Not just that, also the Art Ross. This guy is going to be bringing in the awards and hopefully maybe even bringing a cup to the Edmonton Oilers here sooner or later as well. But Leon Draisaitl was a beast. McDavid was a god as well. They were both playing fantastic last night, and I'm hoping they do continue that. Ennis, I've been liking Ennis's play. He's getting into those dirty spots, and he's playing hard. I mean, this guy is really working his ass off, and I've been liking the way that he's been playing. Draisaitl, I gotta say he's been struggling as an Oiler. Not playing well defensively, and we knew that came in. We knew he wasn't a very good player defensively, and we knew once we picked him up that we were gonna have to. He's gonna have to get used to Dave Tippett's kind of format, and I don't mind him on the third line alongside Seahan and Cassian. They were actually producing some good offense. I feel like Archibald will kind of be a better guy down there because Zach Cassian, he's not the best defensively. So you're kind of leaving Riley Seahan with Anthony Ciu and Cassian, which I feel like is not the greatest mix. You throw Josh Archibald down there, that adds another defensive, offensive type of guy to the team, and I feel like that's the way that the lineup should be made, but it is not what it is supposed to be made. Also, James Neal will be back in the lineup tonight. That was just updated on Twitter not that long ago that James Neal will be back in the lineup. So that is great to see. I'm really happy about that. James Neal will be back, adding his 19 goals to the team. It's going to be fun to see, and where he places. That's going to be honestly another thing that we got to see where we place him in the lineup. So honestly, Al Larson as well had a great night against the Nashville Predators. 5 hits, 2 block shots, and I mean, he definitely did pick up the physicality after that big hit there by Philip Forsberg. But Draisaitl needs to pick up better defensively tonight against the Dallas Stars. If McDavid, Ennis, and Cassian gets put together, I would love to see that line. I think they would definitely do a lot of great shit, as I don't mind Cassian down on the third line, but I'd rather him up on the first line. But right now, guys, I'm going to sign off. I'll see you guys all tomorrow for the Dallas Stars video against the Edmonton Oilers. Hopefully, we get another victory. Also, EA, you lost against the Nashville Predators as you're now 38-28. Also, they're guessing that the Dallas Stars are going to be winning this game as well. So hopefully, they're wrong on that fact. But right now, guys, I'm going to sign off, and I'll see you guys all in the next video. Adios, amigos.
We are about set to drop the puck as both centers make their way into the dot. Puck dumped in. Dallas looks to move the puck from their own end. Edmonton's got the puck along the boards. Smart heads up play to neutralize the threat. Breakaway, big save. I know you like goals, Ferraro, but that was impressive.
Yeah, great, good night.
Scores!
Man, it looks like a bus depot in front of the net. You know it's a tough one when you can't see the goalie. That means he can't see the puck. Your team uncomfortable by never letting off the gas pedal.
They've got numbers. Puts it on net. Stopped by the goaltender. I thought he had it, but they're saying it's a goal now. That's in the net.
Hard to get him, but quicker than that. A pair of goals in 40 seconds.
Conversely, deflating for the other team.
Man, that is a kick in the shins right there. They just couldn't stop the bleeding. Ha! Better to be lucky than good. This thing bounces around and somehow evades the goaltender. I don't even really know how that ended up in the net.
That's the shot. Takes it across the blue line. Here's a chance. Sends it over. Here's a chance, and they score!
Goalie just can't keep up with this. He's close to the net, but he's still able to have enough room to beat the goaltender. Wrecks this into the corner.
Moves it over to Yamamoto. Slides the puck over. From scores!
Well, the game back to level now. Anybody that's had a lead, the lead is gone, and now we're evened up again. He's probably got about 2 seconds from the time that puck's delivered to find it. He can't see it, so he drops into the butterfly and hopes it hits him.
Still tied. Sends the pass over. Takes a shot. He scores! They take the lead.
Well, it looked like this game was going to be even for the longest time because nobody seemed to have the upper hand. Not much room over on the stick side, but he makes a perfect shot. The goalie beaten low there.
To McDavid. Puck grab by Sagan. Dallas steps inside. Takes a wrist shot. He scores!
They didn't sit back after getting that first one. They pile a back-to-back goal on here. He doesn't miss too many, James. He leads his team in goals for a reason. Win this game. Get the puck into the offensive zone with a simple, smart play. Get after it and try to forecheck.
Scores! 1-goal game.
Now, they've put themselves in a position here to come all the way back. Down 2, it looks like a long way to go. Now you're just one shot away. I like how quickly he got this puck off his stick in the high slot. He moved around, find some clean ice, and then beat the goaltender.
That's all she wrote from this one tonight. Dallas the better team when it mattered most, and they come away with the win.
At times it was a little scary for them. I think they got back on their heels a bit, but they were able to hold on. They did a nice job with the lead.
In the meantime and in between time, he's Ray, I'm James. Good night.